Welcome to the deep dive. Our mission today is, well, really practical. We're aiming to cut through all the AI hype and give you a concrete, actionable playbook for using AI in your business. If you manage a digital presence, maybe sales, customer acquisition, you need to know how to leverage this stuff now for real results.
That's the key point, isn't it? This isn't just theory anymore. Our sources are pretty clear. The digital ground is shifting under us. We're moving into what's being called the agentic era.
Okay, agentic era.
Yeah.
That sounds like some serious jargon right off the bat. What does that actually mean for our listeners in practice?
It means we're moving beyond just, passive searching, where someone clicks a link, reads a page, decides what to do.
Right.
Now, these autonomous systems, the agents, they're doing tests, gathering info, sometimes even making decisions for the user. Your customer isn't just a person looking at a screen anymore. Increasingly, your customer is an AI looking for the best answer. So businesses need to be smarter, faster, and honestly have way more reach than before.
We've been digging into materials outlining this. This new playbook, really, for your digital presence. It focuses on this huge infrastructure shift that's driving it all.
Yep.
And the core message seems to be, forget the old 10 blue links on Google. That era, it's basically over, replaced by direct, instant conversational engagement.
Exactly. If your whole strategy is still just getting people to wade through page one, search results, clicking around, you're working on yesterday's internet.
Okay, let's unpack that then. For 20 years, SEO, having a good website, those were the rules. Why are they suddenly, obsolete?
The fundamental change is how information gets filtered and consumed now. The heavy lifting, searching, filtering, that's being done with large language models, LLMs, and AI assistants.
So like ChatGPT or my phone assistant, they're not just finding links, they're giving answers.
Precisely. They're synthesizing information. So if you're looking for something specific, maybe you're not Googling keywords anymore.
Right. I'd ask my assistant, find me a durable two-person hiking tent under $400 that's good in bad weather. Something like that.
Exactly like that. And because the AI is doing that legwork, your business needs to be accessible to the AI, not just the person browsing your site. If you're not set up for that kind of conversational query, you're basically invisible to this whole new wave of interaction.
That makes the mandate pretty stark then. The first step, the key action item for everyone, has to be getting an AI assistant embedded right onto their own website.
Absolutely. The source material really nails the absurdity of what we still see everywhere, that sad little contact form.
Oh yeah. Fill it out, wait 2 days for maybe a generic reply.
We've all been there, trapped in that loop. It's frustrating and inefficient.
So you replace that relic with instant AI help.
You replace it with a sophisticated conversational AI. Maybe give it a name like Lucy or Kate, make it friendly. But the crucial part is this AI is trained specifically on your business data, your products, your pricing, your service details, everything.
Instant utility. Precise answers, 204/7.
That's the goal.
Okay, but hang on a second. This sounds powerful, but what about the risks? If I'm training an AI on all my company's private data, isn't that a huge security nightmare?
Yeah.
How do you keep control of your IP?
That's a really critical question. And the answer is you're not just dumping your data into a public LLM like ChatGPT or something. No way.
Right.
You need an enterprise-grade solution, a closed system that you control. It might run on your own servers or maybe a secure provider. The point is control. Your AI acts like a private expert. It knows your internal data, but it only gives out curated, approved answers. You own the data, you control the message.
That distinction-controlled private training versus just using a public tool that's absolutely vital. Okay, so let's pivot to the proof. Where's the evidence this actually moves the needle?
Yeah, let's look at some real-world examples. The marine industry ones were interesting. Tasman Boats and Pacifica Yachts.
Okay.
Their old sites were classic click fests, right? You navigate menus for engines, specs, photos, click, click, click.
It's the usual drill.
Now, the AI assistant is right there, front and center.
So instead of me clicking boats, then fishing, then deep sea, I just ask the assistant.
Exactly. A user literally asks, what's the best boat you have for deep sea fishing that can handle, say, 20-foot waves?
Wow. Okay.
And the AI doesn't just give you a link. It pulls together the hull design info, engine power, safety specs, and gives you maybe 2 specific recommendations conversationally right from their catalog. It guides you straight into a decision based on what you actually want, not just how well you can navigate their site.
That feels like getting personalized advice from an expert instantly. It must shorten the sales cycle incredibly.
And that compression drives sales. But the British Carpet Company example, that really broadened the scope for me. It goes beyond just finding a product into complex logistics and configuration stuff.
Oh, yeah.
They deliberately put their AI assistant right out front to, as they put it, own the conversation.
So what kind of complex questions could their AI handle that a simple chatbot couldn't touch?
Things needing real calculation and context, like a customer might ask,
Yeah.
okay, I need a woven carpet for my living room. It's 5 by 10 meters. What's the price range, including installation? And I live in Manchester.
Whoa. Okay, that's pulling together product info, dimension calculations, and localized service costs all at once. That's way beyond a basic FAQ bot.
It really is. And it handles multimodal stuff too, like show me some pictures of your patchwork rugs or logistical things for locals. What's the best way to get to your showroom from the train station?
Mm-hmm.
The key thing is the AI talks like a person. It's conversational. And that builds trust, makes people engage more.
The whole interaction feels smoother, more intuitive because it skips the rigid database structure and just answers the person's actual intent, whether it's a detailed product question or just directions.
You got it. When someone asks, I want a blue patchwork rug, whatever you got, the assistant understands the desire, checks the stock, shows options, instead of making the user fiddle with drop-down menus for color, then type, then pattern.
Right, right. Now, scaling this up, what happens when a business wants to sell beyond its local market? Which brings us straight to, I guess, the biggest global impact of this tech, smashing the language barrier.
This is absolutely foundational for global business now. It basically vaporizes the biggest hurdle to expanding your market.
Really?
Yeah, the sources have these striking examples. Complex business questions asked first in Thai, then immediately again in German. The AI assistant nailed both. Perfect instant conversational answers in both languages.
That implies a small company selling, I don't know, specialized widgets somewhere, suddenly has access to potentially billions of new customers without hiring a huge international sales force.
That's exactly the impact. You're not limited by language anymore. The market just became global, instantly. You don't need 50 people fluent in different languages or separate websites for every country.
You just need one well-trained AI assistant.
One assistant that can handle Russian, Thai, German, whatever language the customer uses, seamlessly interprets, translates, answers.
And connecting this to the bigger tech trends, the source mentioned that Apple AirPods Pro 3 demo with the AI voice and live translation.
Yeah, that connection just highlights how inevitable this is. When friction points like language just disappear, everyone becomes a potential customer. The potential market size for any niche product just exploded because the communication tools are becoming invisible and instant.
Okay, so we've established the AI assistant is crucial for the customer experience. But how does just having conversations on your site make your business more visible across the web? How does that boost discoverability?
This is the really clever part of the new discoverability engine. It's critical to get this mechanism, the AI assistant. It logs transcripts of every single conversation.
All conversation.
Everyone. Remember the blue patchwork rug query? That gets recorded.
But surely not just raw chat logs with typos and everything. How do you manage quality?
Great point. No, it's not just raw data dumped online. The website owner curates and edits these logs. They turn them into high-quality, targeted Q&A transcripts. Think of them as records of real customer questions, high-intent questions, matched with your company's specific, authoritative answers.
So instead of just hoping Google understands my product page about durable blue rugs, I'm publishing the actual conversation where a customer asked about it and got the definitive answer from my expert AI.
Precisely. And that is what the LLMs are calling conversational gold.
Conversational gold.
These big models, Perplexity, Gemini, the next versions of ChatGPT, they are being trained to prioritize clear conversational answers. They scrape these published conversations and cite them. You're shifting from hoping Google indexes your page okay to actively becoming the source material the AI itself cites and recommends.
You're essentially feeding the LLMs the answers to the test. You become the primary source, the authority, because you're giving them data in the format they prefer. Conversation.
And that's how you become the definitive signal in your niche. If the system is asked about, say, a specific boat model, and your site has published the best conversational answer about it, the LLM cites you.
Right.
And that multilingual power we talked about scales right here too. Question comes in German, assistant answers in German, that German transcript gets published. Now it's indexed by LLMs looking for German language info. Boom, international visibility.
Okay, before we nail down the final playbook, we have to address the scale question. Anyone listening might be thinking, is this just another tech bubble, another fad? What's the real infrastructure reality behind this shift?
Yeah, it's crucial context. This isn't speculation. It's structural. It's inevitable because of the sheer scale of investment. We're talking, what, $100 billion flowing from companies like NVIDIA and OpenAI just to build this new computing backbone.
$100 billion.
Commitments for 10 gigawatts of data center capacity purely for AI. When Sam Altman, OpenAI CEO, calls this the AI industrial revolution, he's not just throwing words around. It's happening because the capacity is being built right now at massive scale.
That certainly puts the scale into perspective. Okay, let's wrap this up for everyone listening. Let's consolidate everything into maybe a specific 3-point playbook they can start thinking about today.
Right, this is the blueprint for adapting, moving from just having a website to actively controlling the conversation.
Okay, number 1. Get a proprietary AI assistant on your site. Make absolutely sure it's trained on your controlled business data, your product catalog, not some generic scrape.
Number 2, become the source. You need to dominate your niche. Do that by generating, curating, and publishing those high-quality conversational transcripts. Use the AI to find out what customers are really asking, then publish the best answers.
And number 3, go multilingual right away. Let your AI handle global conversations instantly. It massively expands your reach without the old-school costs of hiring tons of multilingual staff.
The fundamental goal here is to own the conversation in your space, not just own a domain name. Because in a way, the LLMs themselves are becoming your future customers. They need to know who you are and what you know.
This deep dive really makes it clear. AI is fundamentally replacing search as we knew it. That whole process of hoping someone clicks your blue link, obsolete.
A really profound shift. You just can't ignore it.
And that synthesis leaves us with one final, maybe provocative thought for you to mull over. If these AI agents are becoming the main users interacting with your digital presence, and the LLMs are your future customers needing to cite you as the expert, what old marketing assumptions, what outdated ways of creating content do you absolutely need to throw out starting today?
That's a fascinating challenge for every single business owner out there.
Absolutely is.
Well,
Well, thank you for joining us on this deep dive into the agentic era playbook. We'll catch you next time.